Hello there. Hey guys, and how are you doing? Hope you're doing great. Hope you are doing superb. Let me see. Okay. Let me do a quick promo here. Shout out for my Gumroad page. If you want to check out the project files that we create, add-ons and stuff, you can go to my Gumroad. It's a nice way to support the channel. You can get the project files, and my add-ons are all available on my Blender Market page. Links are in the description, and yeah. Okay, let's jump into this. And where is my image? Here. Perfecto. Hope you guys are great. Sup, Ahmad? Thank you. Okay, let's see how to make this. Now, this shouldn't be too difficult. I'm going to use my quick trees, which again you can get to on. I'm just going to use my quick trees add-on, which you can get on my Blender Packet page that I just showed. So if you want to get those add-ons, links are going to be in the description. Hey Zigzag, how are you? Let me get a tree that we can use here. Which kind of tree do I need? Let me use something simple. This, I should. I think I need to create a tree like this for my, with a large. This could work. You good? 420? Nice. You mean you are in the clouds right now? You are high up in the clouds? Is that what you mean to say? Anyway, let's add some. Tweak this tree a bit. Let me use a translucent material for the leaves here. Hey Una Nidai, how are you? How are you doing? Let's set up everything, the noise, get a sky texture. I'll bring the ozone up. Float. Let's call this a floating garden. You can define the project files on my Patreon page if you're a Patreon. Okay, let's save this and see what we are looking at. Fly high, man. Okay. Turn on random colors. Get shortcuts here. Okay. Let's add some clouds. I'm just going to go to my asset library, get some clouds. I have this cloud shader I just made. I think it can give us some detailed cloud. Just trying to add some cloud in the distance. I'm going to rotate this 45 degrees, the sun 45 degrees, and I want this tree to stand out, so I'm going to backlight it. Let me add some more clouds in the background. Your channel is awesome. Thank you, Javia. Appreciate a lot. Bring up these clouds. Like that. I think I can hold off on adding these clouds just yet. Okay, let's make this base here. This first island. So how do we do one? Let's start with a plane, subdivide it. Should be a bit large like that. Apply. Let's use maybe 2 subdivisions, so something like this. I'm going to turn on proportional editing and just move these around just to introduce some randomness like that. And I think I can extrude this. Add a few subdivisions, and I can use the smooth modifier just to smoothen things a bit. So we have something like that. Apply, and we can use the sculpt tools to sculpt a few extra details. Come in here, down Dino Topo like that, and I can start just adding in some detail. Do I even need to do that? Do I need to sculpt everything? Let me see. Let's see. Yes. Randomize. Okay. I think I need to recalculate normals here. Shade smooth. Now I'm going to select these bottom vertices. I create a new vertex group. Assign. Hey, animation and modeling on mobile. How are you doing? I would like to see some of your work if you can. Yeah, making animation on mobile, I've never seen anyone attempt something like that, because it's crazy. Okay, I think that is fine, something like that. We can tweak the tree a bit, maybe add branches, but before we do that, let's first focus on the top on this here. I'm going to grab a rock texture. Hey, unknown 3D, how are you? Hello, Adam, how are you? Love my work. Thank you. Okay, let's see. Let me go to my texture, add-on texture folder, grab some grass like that, create a new material from that using the grass material. Need that applied. Okay, why is this not applied? Let me just use cube projection for this. Oh, I need this to use the grass material here. Like that. Of course, we're going to bring the grass down. Now, what I like to do is go to vertex paint. We're going to create 2 different vertex paints. Oh, I'll call this grass. So this is going to help us create the grass mask. And I think I'm just going to select this top part. Let me just do this. Select from the top directly, and yeah, like that. Go to vertex paint and use Shift K to paint to create a mask. Basically Shift K like that. That should give us a mask like that, but it's too sharp. Just going to blend it. Just like that. But I will also want some bit of contrast. We don't want it to be over blended. So I can use contrast. Yeah, you want some bit of contrast in there. You can draw your own masks. Yeah, we can just draw using the vertex paint like that. Now with this mask, we can just we can just grab an attribute node. Actually, we can just do input attributes. We can bring the grass mask, and we need a rock material. So I'm just going to grab another BSD. Let me actually first expand this. Let me create a new window for when I want to expand things. So I'm going to create a new window here, Blender window, and just split this. So we have a shader editor and our 3D window here. Go to the 3D view so that you guys can easily see what I'm doing. Yeah, masks, if you can just use weight paint. I think I've done a few videos on that. Just going to connect this to this. And flip this around. Now we have our grass. Okay, that's going to be our grass. Another thing I like to do, let me go back to the other window. Another thing I like to do is add another color attribute. This time I'll call this, I don't know, mask grass 2. Just create another mask here, grass 2. I'll show you what I'm going to use this for. Actually, let me call this cavity, because that's what we're going to use it for. Cavity mask. So I'll go to weight paint. First remove this. Go here. Make sure we have the cavity mask selected. Yes, first paint. Okay. Go to paint, dirty vertex. Let me shade this first. Paint this white, and then go to dirty vertex. Dirty vertex. I see. Do I see anything happening here? You need to be in the brush mode, I think. Dirty vertices. Hey Kapil, how are you? Let me first put my phone in flight mode. Don't want to get any calls right now. Oh, okay, so I'm not sure if, let me see, if my cavity has worked. Yes, Kapil, how are you? How are you, man? Got interrupted here with a phone call, but you good? Nice. Yeah, it's good for mixing textures. Hello, Naughty Boy. How do I learn about Blender? You watch a bunch of tutorials. That's how most of us learn or learned. Yeah, so I want to paint a cavity map. Dirty paint. I'm not sure why it's not painting. Let's see. Let me try changing the colors a bit here. Huh. Vertex paint. Let me try on a Suzanne head and see. I don't know why this is not working right now. So let's go to the Suzanne head, vertex paint, that vertex. You can see it works perfectly on Suzanne. Not sure why it's not working on this. I just create a new color here. Try again. I'm not sure why that is not happening. Let me just find a different solution for it. So instead of using that, let's go back here. Because what we have right now is a blend of our grass texture, which I guess I've also messed up. So let me redo this again. Reselect the top bits, go to vertex paint, Shift K, and that should give us our mask. So if we go back to this, yeah, that works. Add a car ramp here. Okay. Let me blur the edges a bit. Just blur the edges a bit. Remove these harsh areas. Let's go to the grass material here for a second. Let me use my other setup here. Yeah, this. Love the art scene you have chosen today. Thank you. Okay, let me reduce the... Okay, let's get some rock texture. Yeah, I just like to challenge myself every time. And I think it keeps the streams also more interesting rather than just trying to do the simplest thing. Yeah, just want to be experimenting, improving my craft day and night. Okay, we should have some rock now. Perfect. I'm just going to duplicate this, blend it, just so we have some more rock detail. I'm just going to increase the scale of this. Yeah, so our rock should look like it has extra detail. I can also grab maybe this rock as well. Actually, maybe let me switch this image for this rock, so we can have some variation in the rock detail. Yeah. So then I guess let me bring back the reference image we are using. If you look closely, some of the grass is a bit dying. It's as if it's dying. So let's get that. Let's try to mimic that using some sort of. Actually, I think the rock also seems to be a bit darker. So let me add a curve, RGB curves, and make this rock look darker. Not too dark. Something like that. Grab. I wanted to make the green also, add some variation in the grass. So for the grass, I'm going to grab, we don't need some of these nodes here. They're just cluttering things. We can use, hey Burning Bright, how are you? Why thinking I need to challenge myself with a project this week? Yeah, do challenge yourself. Maybe you can share some stuff. Oh, we want to also make some rocks. Yeah, let's make that. I'm going to use a subdivision surface here, and let me go to my other view. Add a displacement modifier. Maybe scale up the noise a bit. About that size should be good. I'm just going to apply everything. Give this a rock material. Let me create a new rock material like that. We don't need most of these nodes here. Yeah, this should be enough as a rock. I can just decimate it so we don't have a lot of polygons, and maybe tweak it a bit. And on proportional editing, and just shape it a bit more like a rock. Yeah, like that. Since we have this bottom piece, actually, let me create a new vertex group for the bottom part. New vertex group. Call this rocks. Rocks. Assign. Let's create a new particle system. New here. Particle system. Cool asset. Thank you. Thank you. We just need about, I don't know, 50 rocks, and they should be in the rock area. So rock area, and we only want to render the rock like that. You can vary the height a bit. Turn on advanced. We can randomize the rotation like that. So we need like, let's do 200 larger rocks like that. I think I need to make this a bit pointy, so let me grab the bottom piece, turn on proportional editing, and just pull this down. Like that. Yeah, so we have these. Let's see how this looks. Okay. Yes, we all need a challenge one-on-one. Good for your next level. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, thank you, Friends in Media, for subscribing. I appreciate that. Okay, so we have these rocks, and yeah, let's create. So these are going to be big rocks. Create a new particle system. Use the last settings. Call these small rocks. This can be like 500, and they're going to be obviously smaller, and the vertex group should be again the rocks vertex group, like that. Now we also have some roots, and before we even do that, let me go to the render settings and just increase the contrast a bit. This tree is going to be a bit big, I think. Let's create some roots. The roots should be much easier. All we need is a curve object, and we can now start drawing curves. And just use the draw feature like that. Now, maybe we could use geometry nodes for this. So instead of doing this by hand, let's use geometry nodes. Let's switch to this second view. Actually, we can just do this directly on this plant, on this object. Go to change this to geometry nodes. Oh, by the way, just this is a reminder, I'm working on a geometry nodes course that should teach the basics and some intermediate stuff. So yeah, maybe in a week it should be live. Hey, thank you, Chigo, for the appreciation. Thank you, thank you. Okay, we want to have some curves. And what I'm going to do is distribute some points. Distribute points on faces. Like that. This will replace the we need to fade in this geometry. Replace the geometry. To bring it back, I need to join this. And it seems we are running into a new issue that I didn't know about. Seems geometry nodes seems to be replacing the particle system we have. So I guess adding the geometry nodes directly onto this surface is not going to work. So let's just create a new plane. Actually, I think this might be even much easier for us. If we have a plane, subdivide it and just I think I'm going to split this and turn this into properties panel. Just so I can access the modifiers. So I want this to have a shrink wrap modifier, and just set it to this. Projected. Like that. So with this surface, we can start our projection. We can add distribute points on faces like that. So you can see our points, and at each point here is going to be a line. So let's do a line mesh. Actually, we want a curve line. A curve line to be on each instance. So I'm going to use instance on points. Use top of the leaf of the tree and Use top of the trees as vines without. You know what? You are clever. We are here wasting time when we already have a tree. You are right. And quick trees has a nice feature that I added. Let me see. Quick trees. A feature to reduce the leaves. So I can basically reduce them until I have no more leaves. Or I can just go to the material tab and go to edit mode, just select all the leaves and get rid of them. And that leaves us with that, which we can, I think, rotate 180 degrees. Is this what you meant? Yeah, I think, yeah, this is much way better than, yes, so thank you for that. Thank you for that, for the tip. So yeah, this is definitely going to be much better. It gives us way much detail without, always find shortcuts, man. Always find shortcuts. And I'm going to use the optimize feature here. Exactly what you meant. And thank you, man. Thank you. Think that really helped. Yeah, good call. So I'm going to select all these vertices up here because we don't want to see the trunk. We want to use this as roots. Now this is the issue with dealing with trees. If you try to edit them, they are a bit heavy. So Blender right now is frozen. I just have to give it a minute. Oh yeah, I think it's now working. So I'm just going to select all the top parts, delete those points, and we have our roots. That's much better. Good call. Let's see how this looks now. Hey Raman, how are you? Glad to see you. Yes, can pull the camera a bit back. Okay. Now I can also get some grass elements, some actual grass. How is art? Art is great. Things are great here. If you don't mind, could you say your PC specs? So you can use exclamation mark specs to see what I'm using, but let me show you quickly here. So I have about 8 GB of RAM, and where is my memory? This is my CPU, and my graphics card is this 1060 3 GB. That's my specs. Where is my grass? I want grass. Okay, I have this grass that we made, I think, when we were creating the fantasy castle project. So let's use it here. Let me add a shrink wrap. Bring this up. So I want to add some grass like that in different spots, Yeah. You need to be looking at this from an angle to see the grass. I'm going to go into it and make it a bit more greener. bring a waterfall. I have some waterfall here. Created that from a different project. Let's add that. Okay, we need some sort of river. But before we do that, we need... why don't you mix textures? Mix them where? You should give the grass a plane, some displacement. It should look bumpy. So since I'm using a shrink wrap, if I give the grass a displacement, it won't really work. But what I can do is just sculpt this surface here that is holding our plane, and I can make it bumpy. Okay, let me first isolate it for a bit, and maybe that will also help with okay, I want also this to be affecting the rocks only, this bump. Why do we... let's go to sculpt. Let me first turn off the particle system here for a bit. Yeah, we want some bumpy areas. On the line, which line? We want to have those bumpy bumps. I think I can increase the resolution here a bit. Can I just draw? Yeah, we can. Okay. Bring back this. You can, I think now we can see the bumps. Let me just make sure that the normals are set correct. Now this, I'm just also going to extend I want to extend. Actually, let me just grab this, select this part, modify this water a bit. So origin to geometry, rotate this. Just trying to create a path for our river. Yeah, like that. So we can move the grass out of the way. And even, let me go back to sculpt mode here for a bit and just sculpt the river area. I'm just going to grab sculpt. Yeah, something like that. Hey, thank you, Ona Nidai, for the $5. Really, really appreciate that. Thank you, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, Macomb. Hey, look at this guy. How are you doing? How's everything? And how is YouTube taking you, man? I think I saw your channel is doing super well. That's good to see. You tired? Obviously, man, because you do a lot of work. You do a lot of stuff. Yeah, I get that. It's good to see, man, that you're growing as well. Sometimes my channel struggles a bit, but it's when I see another artist growing, it gives me hope because since we are doing the same stuff, I know that yeah, if it's doing great for someone else, maybe it would do great for me as well, but, which is always nice to see. Okay, this is looking nice. Thank you. Still struggling with a few things, but we shall get there. Another bush here. Again, thank you, Ona Nidai, for the €5. I need more grass. I guess I need more subdivisions as well. And this should be above the shrink wrap. All good? Thank you. Okay. I want the grass to be closer. Again, this should be above. You do more technical work, try some art, you have everything you need, Macomb. Yeah, by the way, if you guys don't know who Macomb is, he's also another Blender YouTuber. He does some amazing work and he also does live streams. You can definitely check him out. Going to grab this. Yeah, the color of the grass doesn't look very well for me, so let me add a color mix RGB here. Yeah, I'm making animated short films and such. Nice. Yeah, he does a lot of live streams. I do appreciate anyone who does live streams because there's always a great chance of messing up on live, and you can't really hide your mistakes when you are live streaming. So very, very respectful. Much respect for that. Okay, so let's see, what else could we do? Let's try making these branches. At least best, maybe make the tree bigger. And what I'm going to do is have this as a collection. Let me first hide the lighting, pause a bit. Grab this rock. I'm just going to put it out of the way. I'll bring back the rocks. Okay, I'm going to have all of this in a collection. Call this island, except for the tree. We don't want the tree to be in this collection. And now we can use this collection as an instance. Okay, I'm starting to see how this is turning out. I think I have too much blue in the sky. I'm starting to use a lot of more applications. Omniverse is going to be the next big one. Have a good stream as I need to head off. No problem. Thank you for the support. Really, really appreciate that. You are a hardworking artist. I respect. Thank you, Burning Bright. Thank you. Okay. Just. I want to turn this into an actual world. Have to step away? No problem. We shall be around when you get back. Let's bring in a mountain in the background. Because what we want to avoid is this gray area. We also get some landscape. These are all projects we made from previous live streams. We made these projects and just reuse them in different projects. Makes the entire process of making these much faster. So in case you are wondering, I don't like these. These mountains should be in the far distance. Okay, now the issue we're having right now is a way to separate the foreground from the background, or the sky from the background. So let me get some fog or volume. Let me get some cloud. And just reduce. Yeah, this is going to be our way of adding some depth. Maybe 0.2. Please make some beginner tutorials. Yeah, I do have a lot of beginner tutorials on the channel. You can easily search that up. Plenty. Let's see, bring this to 0.8. So since we have volumetrics, volumetrics can be very slow. So I'm just going to go to cycle settings here and reduce the max steps to something like 512. Especially for the viewport, I can put this to, let me see, viewport. Viewport detail, higher values reduce render time, lowers render with more detail. Lowers values render with more detail. Oh, okay. This is, you can have this at 5. Maybe 2. And I think I need this to be maybe much lower, 0.1. Now, let's try to make these things here in the background. Or we can just, I think, grab this. Let me try flipping this or scaling this rock. Doesn't give us the best results, but let's see if we can get any other types of rock. Have this rock again. We made this one in another live stream. Now I'm going to go in here, first remove everything and start adding one by one these things one by one, just to see how each is contributing to our scene. I don't like these. Cycle looks way better. Well, I'm rendering in cycles already. Want some clouds. in the scene. Maybe let's reduce. How strong these clouds are, because I still want to see some of the surface like that. Let me grab trees. Have some trees in the background there, because if we have trees, let me just emphasize their scale. Not sure how visible they're going to be. And I guess I need to adjust the color. In future, can you make a magical tree house? Community can provide elf insects, etc. Yeah, that's something we can think of. Like the one CG, what channel was that? CG Cookie did. Is it CG Cookie? I think CG Cookie did a community project like that. It would be nice to do something like that as well, I think. Oh, I think I just removed my tree. Let me go back to quick trees. Or let's use the botanic add-on. See if they have a big tree like other one and they showed in the reference image. Let's try this. Yeah. It is in this deciduous trees. I'm not seeing it. I think this also works because it has that nice look to it. Thinking maybe the clouds should also be a bit lower. And I think I'm going to grab this tree and just bring the clouds lower, maybe. And I think we're going to reduce some of the islands. We don't need to have islands everywhere. It's a bit obstructing. I think we need a volume. Yeah, volume like that. Might want to change the color. Yeah, let's get a house. House maybe like this. Add it on this island. And a tower, some sort of tower. This lighthouse, I think I have a lighthouse. In a distance. Let me get a different house. See if can find a better house, better building. Let's see, home. Yeah, I think this one should be this type we can use. The tower can be used as the main focus on the island, and a character like Prince going to free Rapunzel in the tower. So you mean let me see, can we have this? Okay, let's bring the tower here maybe. Need to relight this. Maybe that can be in a far distance there. Let's have our character. Let's get our guy down here. Get a horse. Yeah, let's also get a fence that we can have around this. Oh, seems this here, since the tower is supposed to be our main focus, guess we can just bring it in the foreground. And let me get a proper brick texture. Brick. I think we need to use a different tower. And she could be in this window here. Thanks for the stream. Good to go. My girlfriend made breakfast. Ah, nice. Good for you, man. I have to make my own breakfast. Have I even taken breakfast? What time is it? I think I did. You're back? Nice, nice, nice. Scene is incredible. Thank you, thank you. Okay, we need this character to be lit. Hey, Kelly Johnson, how are you? What's up? How are you doing? Glad to see you. How's everything? What are you making us for breakfast? I think I've already taken breakfast. I had forgotten. I had forgotten. Guess it wasn't enough breakfast to satisfy me, so I might make something. But it's time for lunch here. Kelly, what's up? What have you been up to, man? What have you been up to? Yeah, I want another area light. I don't think this is. When will you be able to make Old Town with geometry nodes? I've made a few attempts at that, and let me tell you, every attempt has some issues. I'm thinking of just trying and look at what other people have done. But has anyone made a city, an actual city? Or anything that would look like geometry, like Old Town? Maybe I can take a look at how they approach the project. Yeah, hopefully too. Yeah, I hope I'm able to get it finally. But you have with Lego. Yeah. I don't think anyone has done an entire city procedurally with geometry nodes. Yeah, I'm sure people have tried, but there are a few limitations. There are a few issues that you run into that I've been running into every time I try to do it. So I guess I'm thinking maybe that's the reason we haven't seen anyone do something like that. I've never had enough pieces to make more than one small thing. But I've seen a lot of people do some crazy stuff with geometry nodes. I think I can add a light inside here, and that should give her a rim light, which will make it much easier for us to see her. Trying to see the best way to frame this. Let me add a whale. The thing looks quite dark for no good reason. Let me grab wood material. Could add some roads in the far distance that maybe on this surface here. I'm just going to draw a curve using the draw option, draw on surface, and try to see if I can draw a curve. Okay, like that, and I can just simply give it a bevel. I have a few issues going on here. This can just have a nice material like that. It is the resolution, flat shade. Just make sure that I don't cast any shadows. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like a road in the distance. Like that. And it's one of the most beautiful works you have ever made. Thank you, thank you. Rock. Hi, did you notice that if you have grass in your scene, the denoiser kind of blurs out the detail? Yes, you have to add more samples for the grass to start to show up. I really want to start using my laptop, but I have a lot of studying, and your stream gives me the most motivation. You can find some small time. You don't have to make large scenes. You can start with very simple scenes and see what you make. Yeah, I have this ring of rocks that we made creating this when we were creating which project? Yeah, this project. This ring here, Saturn ring. That's what I'm going to be using. Just have some rocks. I think the materials this needs to be a bit greenish, or maybe a bit darker. Seems the horse is outside the fence, should be inside, and our main guy should be around there. I guess we can also give them some lighting, because right now they are not standing out, they're blending in with the grass. Can get another extra rock here. This one can be a bit smaller with a few minor rocks. Maybe let's add another tree on this. Let's see. I think we can create some sort of bridge, rope bridge. Maybe it's what the character used to come here. So let me have a curve, automatic. So something like this. Give this some sort of depth. Like that. I'm going to duplicate this and remove the depth. Convert this. Okay, let me get rid of these and convert this to a mesh. Extrude down like that. Ctrl T to wireframe, and I think we can just use a scale modifier. Mark as root. Okay, scale modifier seems to be too much. Let's just use a wireframe modifier. Like that. Then we can create a few planks. So just a piece of wood like this. Create a few random variations. Give this an array. Now let me grab this curve here. Just need one piece. No depth. Add a curve. Modifier should be this one. Can just up the array just like that. Hello again, everyone. Greetings from Brussels. Hey, how are you? How is Belgium? Rug. Remind me of a song, Of the World Colony, Heaven by Addons. The CD cover art was a bunch of floating islands. Let me see. Of World Colony, Haven cover art. Maybe hard to find. So it's not a very popular band. Okay, I think we have a bridge. We just now need to set some materials. Wood. Okay. Only he is popular, but his work is hard to find. Hey. Why is that the case? I'm sure think it's his choice. He has 265 million plays on SoundCloud, so it's not bad. Ah. I want to look at this from a different perspective and see. Hopefully we can see some tree detail in the distance. Get some rocks. Thank you, Oladetan, Stephen. Thank you. Let's find some medieval stuff we can add in. This flagpole. Let me remove this horse, have it somewhere. Let's do. Let's see if this. Yes, because this is a much detailed tower. And to turn this into some sort of detailed castle rather than what we had before. Let's see. Let me add in a few trees here. I have some roses here, so I'm just going to scatter them a bit. Would a bridge be too much between the islands? Yeah, I think we could do that. A way to connect these. Let me first add a few roses here as well. So before I try to add. The bridge. Yeah, I think it adds something. Yeah, definitely need that. Let's add one more tree. Oh, we can bring back the lighthouse. Yes, have something on these islands as well. Maybe another tree like that. Okay, maybe the trees would be too much. Do you enjoy comedy? Of course I do. Of course I do. Who doesn't? I do. I was looking at these from different angles. Yo, you know what? This would also not be that bad. I think we just need maybe another road. That goes. Yeah, so let me edit this road a bit. What have you seen recently that you enjoyed? I would like something to watch tonight. Well, I watch a lot of Dave Chappelle. Mostly stand-up comedy. That's what I watch. Let me see what else. Yeah, mostly Dave Chappelle. I rarely put on because nowadays I just don't have enough time to watch a lot of stuff, so I rarely watch anything in particular. I think we might need another forest. Yeah, I like this angle. And I also... Hey, Fleet! Good morning. How are you doing? You caught us almost finished. But how have you been? I'm great, Squire. How are you? Yeah, I like most of the angles in these. Let's see, what about a close-up? Sorry, Ralph, I had a few neck oils last night. You had a few neck oils? What is that? I'm unfamiliar with that. What are neck oils? I want this character to be visible, so I'm going to have a stand. I guess we need to correct. Yeah. This looks like a painted. I love it. I've seen looks like this. Oh, thank you. But the painted look is usually because of the denoiser. If you have the denoiser on, and you have very few samples, yeah, the render tends to look like an oil paint. I guess you know what? I think we can render a high resolution, a full image with less samples and see how that will look. Cause yeah. Yeah, you know, I like that we can have multiple angles of this. Let me see, what's this? Why is this floating? Okay. I like that we have multiple angles of this that we can take from. So I'm going to render a few out. Actually, let me choose them here. This is one. And can go to frame 2, which will be this angle here. Frame 3, let's try. Yeah, seeing the world from this angle here. Can you make a camera animation, or is it heavy? Yeah, so the animation would just take too long, and for it to look good, I would need a lot of samples. It could take a few days to render this. Don't want to get too close up because there isn't enough detail in the close-ups. Let's also do a close-up of this tower, maybe with a few branches in the shot like that. Oh, I think I made a mistake. Some that, thank you. Yeah. If you're new here and if you're just getting here, haven't liked, it would be amazing if you did. Maybe include a view like this, and a view maybe from the lighthouse. Yeah, the issue, if we try to view this from this angle, there isn't detail that side. What about here? Yeah, So we will have 6 angles. Can you make night scene next? Maybe in the evening stream we can try a night scene. But for this, I'm going to have to end this because I need to do some record some geometry nodes tutorials for the course. Did you do the rock bridge in geometry nodes? I will watch today's episode tonight all the way. And no. This is not through geometry nodes. Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you, Kabir. Yeah, okay, so I'm going to have to end the stream here. I will see you in the next live stream, which would be tomorrow. Sorry, in the evening, hopefully. But, I'm going to give this a render, a few renders. The final results are going to be on my Instagram page, which you can access through that link.